So more rumors about a next-gen Switch, or maybe it will be a Switch Pro, just to extend the life of the current Switch hardware, is being revealed by a major European retailer. In and of itself, it wouldn't be a big deal, but combined with the other stuff we've been hearing, it kind of is. Let's get into it. Skip it up and that up. So, it's weird. This is such a weird thing. Now, at this point, I'm thinking it's just a next-gen Switch, but there was a whole bunch of Switch Pro rumors from the release of the Nintendo Switch, since its release, and it was by accredited sources, Wall Street's Journal, big websites and big tech journalists and big tech insiders have been saying a Switch Pro is coming, and then Nintendo's like, yeah, no. They're like, you're not getting a Switch Pro. Stop. We're making too much money off the Switch. Why would we release a new piece of hardware and fragment the market? And that would just be crazy. But then all of a sudden, rumors started to pick back up. Obviously, Nintendo's working on some kind of next-gen console replacement for the Switch. But it's just interesting what we're hearing. First thing I heard, shout out again to Dr. Trey on YouTube. And I checked the source itself. I'm not just going by another YouTuber's video. On LinkedIn, NVIDIA was looking to hire someone to work on their Tegra SoC for a game console. The only game console NVIDIA is in right now is the Switch. But maybe at the time it could have been said that the deep learning super sampling tech maybe was just software based. And even though AMD is inside the PS5 and Series X, maybe DLSS would have been used in there, but no, we know that Sony and Microsoft are coming up with their own versions of deep learning super sampling, so it scratches those two consoles out of the way. The only console that NVIDIA has their SoC in is the Switch. So yeah, it's inevitable that job listing was for an engineer to be working on the next-gen Switch console. We've also heard insider information that Nintendo is telling developers to get their Switch games 4K ready, which is interesting. So combining everything together, something's brewing. It's kind of obvious because, Nintendo's obviously going to make a next-gen system, but at the same time, it may be coming sooner than we think. The next-gen Switch may be coming next year. I don't like calling it a Switch Pro. Maybe they will make it a Switch Pro just to extend the life of the current Switch hardware. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to read you a short blurb from comicbook.com. I'll have a link to the article below in the description. Let me read this to you, and then we will discuss. The long-rumored Nintendo Switch Pro has been leaked by a retailer, suggesting the rumors that next year Nintendo will look to add an upgraded version of the Switch to the already existing Switch and Switch Lite family of consoles. The leak comes way of Media Market, a relatively major retailer in Europe, which recently updated its website with multiple references to a Nintendo Switch Pro. In fact, the console will populate when searching for the Switch, Switch software, and Switch accessories, or at least it did. By the time you're reading this, it's quite possible references to the console will be erased from the site. And when I go click the link to go look at Media Market, I'll try again right now. Yeah, nothing pops up. So yeah, they got rid of anything related to the Switch Pro on the website. Now, look, do I think that this is a Switch Pro? I don't know, man. I really think Nintendo would just come out with a next-gen console at this point, because to fragment the Switch market now with a more powerful piece of tech, unless it's just going to be upscaling games and not using any more of the Tegra X1's horsepower, which the Tegra X1, let's face it, in the Switch is tapped out. They came out with the original Tegra X1 in 2015. I just don't think it's going to be a revision of the current Switch. I don't think we're going to see a Switch Pro. I think at this point, it would make more sense to come out with a next-gen console, because it would start to get confusing. I understand Sony and Microsoft did it with the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, but the games definitely worked on both systems, and trying to get a game to work on a Switch Pro and this, if they're really trying to make it have more horsepower, this would definitely hold the Switch Pro back. And from what I've been hearing, the next gen Switch, I don't think it's going to be a Switch Pro. It's as powerful as a base PlayStation 4, which is pretty impressive. And with the deep learning super sampling tech, maybe we will get not native, but we will get games that look like they are in 4K with the deep learning super sampling, which we know that NVIDIA was looking to hire an engineer for to work on an SoC for a console. NVIDIA is only working on one console, or their tech is only inside one console, and that's the Switch. So something is definitely brewing from Nintendo, and it may be coming sooner than we think. I just feel that it won't be a Pro, it'll be a next-gen Switch to mitigate confusion, but I could be wrong. The Rich Tomorrow meme lives on. Rich Tomorrow. The next-gen Switch information I had from yesterday is inaccurate. Let's discuss. Place bets. I'm a betting man. Have a good one.
Hey, if you enjoy my content, consider becoming a Review Tech USA member. I'll have a link below in the description. I live stream now on this channel all the time, and it gives you access to cool emoticons to use as well while I live stream. Again, link below in the description. Thank you for your continued support.